What's up, my friends? I'm back with another one today, and as you can see, I got quite a few more to come after this. We have our, as Wicked Gamer would say, packages from China here, and I'm just going to show you a few of these boxes before I set them aside, and we're going to take a look at these bottom two for this video. So we will be taking a look at the GKD Bubble. I'm looking forward to that. GameGear style Retro Handheld with the same chipset that this one has here, the RK3566 chip. Right here we have the PowKiddy RGB10X. This right here has the same chipset as this one, I believe, and I believe it's running ArcOS, so we'll be taking a look at that as well. This right here, I'm sure you guys can probably guess by the size and shape of this package, but it is a console we have recently reviewed on this channel. It's just another color. We got a green one here, so we're going to check that out. And today we're going to look at these two. This one I'm not even going to bother turning on. We've seen enough R46S videos with the gameplay and stuff like that. It's just going to be the same stuff, just a different color. So we're going to take a look at that real quick, and then we'll check this one out. We'll turn it on and we'll play some games. All right, so let's set this one aside and just get a quick peek at this yellow R46S with red sticks. It's like a McDonald's themed R36S. And I'm looking forward to it because you know me, I like to get all the colors. Someday I'm going to give them all away too. At least every one except for one. So just remember that, guys. There's a little peek. All right, here we go. I'm just going to pull it out with the foam so I don't yank on those sticks. And they are red sticks. Let's move all this stuff aside. Ready? Let's zoom in a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What do you think? It is unique. It's almost like an orangish yellow, in my opinion, my colorblind opinion. But that definitely looks red. So Dpad feels normal, feels like your standard R36S Dpad. Not the most amazing Dpad, but not too bad. It works. Face buttons, same thing. Not the most amazing, but they work. They feel fine. We're not going to turn this one on. We're just going to check and make sure all the buttons work because, like I said, check out one of the other videos. And we got a new sticker on there. Everything's spelled correctly, I think. It looks like it. 5 volt, 7.5 watt, 3200 milliamp hour battery. All right, so there it is, my friends. The yellow and red R36S. All right, let's move this aside and check this one out now. So let's take one quick look at the box. Starting with the front, typical game console logo, strong induction, 4-inch screen, HD 720 by 720, RK3566 chip. Over here we have Gamepad, the RetroArch logo simulator, and it does have 2 memory card slots, model R46S, and in the small print it says, firstly, it has a high-resolution screen, followed by a professional gaming processing chips, games that are also compatible with 10 emulators at the same time. At the same time? Wow. All right, so let's take a look at the sides of the box. Here we go right here. 4-inch 720 by 720, memory card, 2 memory cards, 2 joysticks, RetroArch simulator, and gamepad. Sides, game console, and for the back, let's check out the back right here. Feel free to read all that small fine print if you guys want. That is the specs, my friends, so I don't have to put it on the screen in post. It's all right there. Feel free to pause that and look at it. Basically said everything it includes anyway. So, all right, let's flip. What is the battery? What is the battery on this thing? That's something we haven't mentioned. I'm not seeing it on here. Oh, there it is, 3500 milliamp hour battery. Okay, good to know. All right, I'm not even sure which color this is. It is white. All right, so from the pictures it looks white and red, but with black thumbsticks. So that's I'm going to keep it zoomed in really close like it is right now, and then I'll have to zoom out a little bit after we open this up. So just bear with me, my friends. All right, so here's our typical foam packaging, just like I like. Let's set this aside really quick and see what's in the box. We have a white USB-C to USB-A cable. Nice. Under here we have a screen protector. We have wipes, our little sticky thing, to get the dust off your screen, and we have a manual which I will save to look at later. Actually, what I'll do real quick too, just let you guys get a look at those hotkeys right there. If I could hold my hand steady enough, feel free to pause that and take note. Is that in English? I think it's in Chinese and English. Let's just take a look at every page on this big note. This 2-page note, 4-page note. There we are, my friends. All right, so I'm going to set this stuff aside now. We're going to take this out of the package. Let's just see if we can slide it out without the phone. There it is. Oh yeah, and it does have red buttons and stick. In my opinion, that looks like a burgundy or like a really dark red. I'm not sure. You know me, I'm colorblind, so my opinion is not the best opinion. But what do you guys think of the colors? So yeah, this is a 4-inch screen, 720 by 720, and it's for your basically anything up to PSP. PSP is going to play fine on here. You could even play some more powerful games, but I don't know. With this 4-inch screen, I'm mostly focused on Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo Pocket Color, what else? Pico 8, and things like that. But you can still play your Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, and Genesis and stuff like that, and 8x7, and it fills the screen really well. So it's still it's a good size screen to use for a variety of different aspect ratios. It works well. So form factor, button feel. Let's start with the D-pad. This D-pad feels so much better than the R46S D-pad. Much lighter on the touch. I can't tell you yet if it's going to have false diagonals or false inputs, but it feels good. Feels like a good D-pad. I think it might even be the same as the R36S. I'm not sure. It looks a little skinnier, so I'll check that out later. Face buttons. So are they going to be connected? Oh yeah, they are. You can see B moving as I'm pressing A, but they're snappy. They feel good. They're snappy, and they're concave, which is kind of rare these days. You don't see too many consoles or companies coming out with consoles like that with the concave buttons. That GKD Bubble does have 2 concave buttons and 2 convex buttons, so that's kind of unique. But yeah, listen. Snappy, very comfortable to press. Despite the fact that they're connected, these two are connected, and these two are connected. They feel good. Better than the R36, for sure. I'm sure these ones are going to be snappy. Yep. All right, shoulder buttons. This feels like the same buttons from the R36S, but for some reason with this elongated button, it seems to mute the clickiness. It's not as loud. And then R2, even more muted. So they don't feel bad, and the form factor on here, like the tip of my fingers hit those buttons comfortably, and the meat of my button, the meat of my fingers hits the button, the L1 and R1 buttons perfectly. So that's cool. It's not just perfectly straight like the PowKiddy RGB30, very similar, but a little bit more thought put into ergonomics. There's a little bit of a bump in the back, very slight, but you do notice it, you do feel it. And I think it's going to make a difference. Yeah, it definitely does, because your ring finger, I mean your index, oh, I can't think today. Your middle finger holds on to that grip right there. So that's good. Anyway, so here we are, form factor. I like it. It's not just perfectly straight like the PowKiddy RGB30, very similar, but a little bit more thought put into ergonomics. There's a little bit of a bump in the back, very slight, but you do notice it, you do feel it. And I think it's going to make a difference. Yeah, it definitely does, because your ring finger, I mean your index, oh, I can't think today. Your middle finger, that's good. Bear with me, guys. It's been a long day. So that's that. We're going to turn this thing on in a minute. Let's just check out the I/O, and then from there, we'll play a few games. So we checked out the front. On the top, we have power, reset. We do have HDMI out, so we can play on an external monitor. That's cool. I'm pretty sure this has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth as well. Go look at that small print text for the specs, and it'll say right there, I'm sure. Volume down and up. On the bottom, we have 2 TF card slots, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and 2 USB-C ports, one OTG and one OTG/power. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to turn this thing on and take a look at the operating system. I'm not sure if it's ArcOS or Jealous. I'm pretty sure I know Jealous does run on here, but this could be ArcOS for all I know. I don't know that much about that stuff, so let's just take a look and find out. Let's start it up. Give me life. Ooh, R46S. I've seen that logo before without those numbers. This company's been killing it. They have been pumping these things out. Not this exact one, but you know, the R36S, the R33S, now we got this. And I even have, my friends, the one that came in between the R36S and this, I forgot to tell you about. I have the R40S right here. Sorry, listen to that music. We have a yellow one here, so we could check out another yellow console later. Maybe at the end of this video. Listen to that music. I am gonna have to figure out how to turn it off. Look at Mario, he's already thinking about it. Like, dude, I'm gonna press start real quick. And let's see, where are we gonna go? Sound settings. And music. Where is it? Front end music off. Alright. Alright, so real quick, back into the menu. Does it say anything about being what, you know, like what the is this ArcOS, my friends? Tell me. It looks like ArcOS. Here, so let's just go through the games, alright? So let's just start with Game Boy Advance right here. Does it tell us the number of games? No, oh yeah, 1081 for Game Boy Advance. Nintendo DS has 15 games. GameGear has 263. Mega Drive 1221. Okay, let's just do it like this. Dreamcast 5. Neo Geo 205. PlayStation 23. PSP 27. Scum VM, always like 1. I think it's just something to start to download your own games for that. Easy RPG 2. Moonlight, we have that on here. So I think this might be Jealous, right? Because you don't you need Moonlight for, I mean, Jealous for Moonlight. We have a media player. We have ports. Only one game in there. I'm curious to see what it is. Oh, it's just an update. All right, cool. Tools. This might have Portmaster in it. It does. There it is right there. Okay, so look, move ROMs for ArcOS and move ROMs for Jealous. So I'm not sure which one this is, you guys. I'm not too you know, I don't know that much. I'm not too versed in all the different firmwares. But we have a bunch of things we can do here. Test the gamepad, start RetroArch directly, start PPSSPP directly. A lot of cool stuff. So nice. Good to know. This looks like a really nicely set up system right here. Favorites. No one's got into this and played any games yet. Or maybe they have. I probably have to check history for that. So here we are with Capcom System 1, 32 games. System 2, 37 games. System 3, 4 games. Usually it's at 6. Pico 8, 1 game. Only 1 game in Pico 8. Explore. Okay, so basically we need to download all our games from Portmaster. I'm not sure how Pico 8 and Portmaster. I know they're completely different, but doesn't Portmaster have Explore as well, or is that just Pico 8? No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Pico 8 with Explore. Portmaster has a different way to download your games. All right, PC Engine or TurboGrafx 16, Famicom. We forgot to count the number, so yeah. 359. So Famicom 1639, Nintendo 500, Game Boy 3675. Super Famicom 451, Super Nintendo 1332, N64. Is it going to be 187? I skipped right past it. It is 187, so pretty much the same ROM list we know already. 2099 for Game Boy Color and 1081, yeah, back at Game Boy Advance. So that's what we have as far as the systems go for this thing. I'm curious about themes. You know, I want to see if they've included more than one theme in here. So UI settings, theme set. We have Saga Box. And there's only 2. ArtPie. I guess we'll check it out. Let's check out ArtPie and see what it does. Should restart. Well, that was pretty quick. All right, so here's ArtPie, the other theme. I'm sure we can download plenty of more themes. And those of you in the comments that know more than me, maybe let me know. Because I'm doing a lot of things and it's hard to learn all this stuff. Man, there's so much to learn. I love it, but yeah, my brain can only take so much. So I need some notes, some cliff notes in the comments. This looks pretty cool. I like this setup. Let's see if the lists go down instead of sideways, though. If they do, I might keep it on this theme. It looks pretty good. So let's just go into Capcom System in 1. Yep, they do go down. So I like this theme. I didn't look at the other theme to see the game lists like this. I guess we should go back and take a look at that real quick. before I determine which theme is best. But I always like my game list to scroll down instead of sideways. It just takes forever that way. So this is cool. We got the ability to watch little gameplay. We should be able to do that in the main menu too. Let's see if it works. So if I press select here, oh, that didn't, oh, launch screensaver, excuse me, launch screensaver. There it is. So here we have one game playing. I think we could press to the right and just skip to another random game, and you just press A if you want to play that game. It's a great way to find games you never thought you'd want to play that are great games. Look at this. It's so cool. That one's loading a little slower. Street Fighter. Sounds like the Super Nintendo original version, Championship Edition. Yeah, it seems to just be going out whenever I press the D-pad. From this doesn't matter. Oh wait, no, it's not. There it is. Some games are just slow to load. That's what it is. You see? Or it seems like you have to press the button twice. Seriously, look, one. Oh, that one went once. All right, don't listen to me, my friends. At least don't listen to everything I say. I pressed it twice that time and I still didn't get anything. It's probably gonna, oh, there we go. So yeah, it's a little quirky on switching through the games, but it still has that feature and I like it. It's something to do when you're just chilling. You want to get an idea of what's on the system. That's pretty awesome. This shows how the vertical shoot 'em ups will look on the system. Look good. We have a little gunk on the side of the screen right there. It looks like something from this screen protector here, but I'm just gonna leave that for now. Yeah, see, this is kind of weird how some games just Knights of the Round. All right, so yeah, there's our screensaver. We'll back out of there for now, and we'll go back in here. Let's go back to the other theme real quick and just see how the game list looks. Saga box. So pretty much the same thing. You know, I actually don't mind either theme. I'll just leave it here for now. This is great. This works fine. Actually, it looks even a little bit better. The game names aren't the best, but you know, oftentimes it's like that, especially with the arcade stuff. Let's see if it's like that with the Nintendo stuff. And do we have Mario? Yes, I didn't even need to look. We do have the Mario games, my friends. So yeah, they're gangsters. It's cool. I mean, someday that's not going to be a thing anymore. And should I play them on this channel? I don't even know. That worries me, but I probably will play them in this video. And pretty soon I'm going to have to make a decision. You guys let me know in the comments. Should I still be playing the Mario games on this channel? Do you think it's going to hurt me in the future? How do you think that's all going to go? Let me know. Alright, let's go through a few systems and check some things out. Do we have Game Boy on here? It looks like it's just Game Boy Color and it's probably all in there. I don't know. That's a little bit weird. Okay. Featured games. Well, let's just go to like Tetris DX. Alright, let's just give it a shot. See what a almost full screen game looks like. 10x9 versus 1x1. This feels really good in the hands. That sounded nice. Look at, they even put the filter, I mean the bezel art and the filter on. This is looking good. Speakers, we have stereo speakers. So is it one speaker coming out? I think it's stereo speakers. I have to take a look at those specs again. All right, let's just do this. A type, B type. Let's just move it up a little, make it faster. All right. See if we have those false inputs with this D-pad. I should be testing with a game like a Tetris or something like that, which allows me to do hard drops. But I don't think that's included in this system yet. It will be with Portmaster and Pico 8. But I believe that the Portmaster version is a better version than Pico 8. Oh man, I hate when this happens. Do I still want to go for the, no. I was going to try to go for the Tetris, but no. I don't want to take too long with you guys on this too, so if it seems like it's going to take forever, we will move on. I can't save my pieces, obviously, which is my favorite thing about the newer versions of Tetris. See, I already kind of screwed myself over. I get real greedy when I play Tetris. This D-pad feels great. It feels really good. Seriously, it feels great. What do I want to do here? I guess I'm gonna do that because there's no other option from. Oh man, I blew it. Gonna have to get that. Oh, nice. I still have my Tetris, my chance for my Tetris. They don't want to, you can see they don't want to give me a long one. Come on, just give me the long one. There it is. Finally. Alright, now we can try another game. So to get out of here, do we just press select and X? That's how we get to the RetroArch menu. That's a nice looking RetroArch menu too. Look at that, it looks really good. So yeah, select and X to get to your RetroArch menu. I'm sure if you press select and start twice, maybe even once, it's gonna back out of the game. But I prefer to do it like this and either close content or back out and quit RetroArch like this. So that's what I'm gonna do here. And we're gonna find another game to play. So let's just start with a couple of the different systems that seem to fill out the screen more than others. Like Super Nintendo is going to work pretty good with 8x7, and I think GameGear is going to be pretty good. I forget what the aspect ratio is for it, so let's just give it a shot. Let's just try something like Aladdin. It's real simple. First 2 levels at least. Not too simple. I mean, I've messed up. I've tripped on my face before. But look at that. So this is our GameGear. This is a different bezel art than I've seen before, but it doesn't look bad. So that's integer scaled, so you're getting like the best pixels that you can get. We could take the overlay off and we could fill the screen out a little bit more, but I like it where it is. I think it looks really good. All right, let's fast forward through some of this. Press select, R2. All right. Volume is pretty loud. Stereo speakers. Did I already say that? I think I did. All right, here we go. He's stealing some bread. Looks really good, doesn't it? The screen is super saturated. Not oversaturated, just nice. It looks great. I like it. Oh, I always get hit by that bouncing one. Then I get my life back with that banana. You get some bread later too, so they make it pretty easy on you in the first level. Has anybody played through this game? I've played the first 2 levels. Oh man, I'm really messing up. Give me all my bread. There it is. I almost jumped into the bouncing barrel. Again, my reflexes are off. Just wait till I play God of War. Uh-oh. I'm going to try to spare you guys of all those long God of War sessions. See if they have it scaled properly, aspect ratio wise. And you know what? I don't know, man. I'm tempted to play a Mario game. Man, they'll probably get me just for pushing the limits, but I'm such a little guy in this big pond. There's F-Zero. We could try that. But that's Super Mario Kart button. Alright, so they still have it at 4:3 for the aspect ratio, but it looks really good with that bezel art. Wow, look at that. It matches my background. I swear I did not open this ahead of time and do that on purpose. I don't really even know how to do that well. I know how to throw an overlay on if it's already set inside RetroArch, but that's pretty crazy. It even has like the 4:3 looking CRT TV warp to it. It looks really nice. I'm not going to even bother changing that to 8:7. I'm keeping it just the way it is. I like it. Let's do 100. Let's do Yoshi. There we go. Feeling good and looking good. This is one of the games that's hard for me to keep the the console in camera when I'm playing because I start just moving. I can't like help it. Feels really good, you guys. The buttons feel great. The triggers feel great. You don't even hear them when you're playing. As much as people complain about that loud click. Oh, you know what? Look at the top of the screen is missing. Do they have it scaled for 8x7 with the 4x3 overlay on? Something like that is going on. Or no, it's just, I just think it's a bad overlay, honestly. I might have to change that later. You see, I can't see my items on the top. That's something I'm gonna have to fix. I can just remove the overlay, but before I do that, maybe I can get some advice from one of you guys in the comments as to the best way to fix that. I could check out what other overlays are available, and I'm not gonna do that in this video though. Oh man. But yeah, that's kind of funny that you could barely see what item I'm picking up there. And I am not doing well. Alright, so you see that's kind of funny. It's not scaled properly. Just barely, because they wanted to give it that look. I'm not sure. You know, I could go in here, and what would I do? I would go to video, so quick menu. Wait, no, then I go settings, video, scaling, and we have it set at 8x7. That's the problem. So let's put this to 4x3. Not 3x4, I want 4x3. There we go. Now let's see if that right there fixes the way that looked. There it is, it's fixed. Just to be sure. We're not going to do a whole nother race, but let's just start the next race. Yeah, you can already tell it's fixed. So yeah, it was set at 8x7 when it should be 4x3 for this overlay. But overall, 8x7 would be better for this screen. All right, so yeah, we're gonna stop this here. All right, so what do I press? So that works, but I'm curious to see if I think that's just gonna reset the whole console if I press that. I'm not gonna risk that right now. So we're just gonna quit RetroArch, and we're gonna try something else. So now I didn't save that, so I think if I open up another game on here, it's gonna also be 8x7 with the 4x3 overlay. So let's just take a look. If I want to save it, I'll save it as a core override or a content directory override. Yeah, the Nintendo looks like it's shifted a little bit down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I can't confirm it at this point. So let's just start. I have to see that little. Yep. All right. So you see that at the top right there? How we can't see everything. We're gonna fix that right here. For anybody that gets one of these, at least you'll know how to do that. Select X. From here, we're gonna press B to go back. So now we're out of the quick menu, and we're gonna scroll down to settings. From settings, we're gonna go into video. Press A. From video, go to scaling, and then go down 2 steps, and you'll see it says 8x7 right there. We want 4x3, not 3x4, 4x3. So just scroll down, and actually, I guess it's at the top there. The very first one at the top, 4x3. So we're going to put it there. I'm going to press back. And we would be, before I even could save it for like an override, I want to take a look at it and just be sure that it's the way I want it to look. And it is. That's perfect. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to save it for all of Super Nintendo at least. I'm just going to do a content directory override. I'm not sure if any other consoles on here use the same core. I don't think so. You know, I should be able to do a core override, but let's just see. So overrides, we're going to go here. We're going to say save override as, or save content directory. Yeah, let's just do that. That's what I planned in the first place. All right, so now I have that override saved. And that next thing I want to do is get back out of the quick menu, and then go like this, go up to configuration file, and then just go to save new configuration. Let it save right there. Now when you back out of RetroArch, it'll come back the way it was before, the way you want it to be. So let's quit and start it back up and just test it. Does it look centered? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right, simple little tutorial everybody should know how to do already. If you watch any of the tutorial channels, they probably roll their eyes at me for not knowing this stuff off the top of my head. But yeah, yo, we all have our own things going on. So look at the screen, Nick. See, I'm trying to throw in a little excuse. 1 minute after. Give me that. All right, now I'm safe a little bit longer. See, I was about to try to get him again, and I was about to lose my big boy mushroom power that quick. Yeah, I'm rusty on these games. It has been a long time since I played them seriously. And it's kind of hard to play, because I want to hold it like this, but I can't. I have to hold it like this for the camera. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, it just popped out of nowhere. All right. Can you go down this one? No. All right, so here's where we press, yeah. Alright, since I've already done some Mario on this video as it is, we're going to play some Mario Kart 64 on N64. You guys know it's what I like to test for N64. Usually it's faster than that. Yeah, this is weird. Let's just see how long it takes. Alright, it is what it is. That's what I'm here for, my friends, to show you these things like this. I think we're still going to get this race in, but it's just really like choppy. I don't know. N64, it's an arcade 3566 chip, and this plays on R326 chips. So like the R36 plays this fine. So yeah, I don't know. But here now we're playing. Let's just see if it continues to play. So we're mapped correctly, but like I said before, that L2 is really hard to hold. I dropped the shell that I was trying to hold behind me. Haha. So it's playing pretty well. I don't know what's going on with that glitchiness at the beginning, but I know that I've read something about ArcOS working on this system as well. So I believe this is Jelos we're using right now. And if ArcOS works on here, that's what I'm most comfortable with. Just because, see how I can't hold that? I have a real hard time holding that button down. I can hit the button, I just can't hold the button. That is L2 I'm talking about. But yeah, it looks playable. Some weird little glitchiness. It could just be the ROM. That's why you should always have your own ROM list anyway. Oh, I lost track of myself because I was trying to dodge that banana. That's what everybody tells you. You should have your own ROM list. That's why too, because a lot of times you have some janky ROMs like this. That's a really good example. I mean, maybe we should start something else up just to see. Yeah, there was something wrong with that Mario Kart 64 ROM. It just needed to be replaced. This looks like it's working fine. I've never been a good Mortal Kombat player. I've always been about Street Fighter, even though I'm not that great at Street Fighter either. I don't have the moves memorized or anything on here. No fatalities, but let's just check it out. Let's be what? Sub-Zero? Is that Sub-Zero? Oh, I'm gonna use the thumbstick, aren't I? Damn, he's already putting down on me. Yeah, I don't know what the buttons are. Damn, I got a good uppercut on him. Damn, so much blood for Nintendo. Oh, he punched me in the armpit. Oh man. I don't know the special. I can't even remember his special move. Is it back forward A? Or is it like, I'm pretty sure it's either back forward or down, but I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, there it is. You freeze him. Oh, I unfroze him. Come on. I'm going to freeze you again so I can uppercut you. There we go. Oh, I punched him in the nuts. Man. Oh. I actually looked like I knew what I was doing for a second. How did he come out of the other side? What? And he didn't even... Fatality? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't give me a fatality. Well, I hope that was entertaining for you guys. I really suck at Mortal Kombat, but At least you get to see this. Proof that N64 works fine and that Mario Kart 64 was a terrible ROM. Let's check some Sega Dreamcast. What do we have? Crazy Taxi 2, Dead or Alive, Gigawing, Legacy of Kain, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So let's do Marvel vs. Capcom because Crazy Taxi has all that copyrighted music in it. These overlays are nice. See if we can get a couple fireballs out. Couple Hadoukens, couple Shoryukens. But this isn't my go-to version for it, so if they don't come off, it might not be the game's fault. Or oh, they're coming off. So that's a nice D-pad. I didn't get my Shoryuken off there, but I didn't map my buttons, so there it is. I'm trying to do a Shoryuken, I'm throwing Hadoukens. I should have mapped my buttons. Okay, Shoryuken. Nope. Really hard time. I'm hitting the thumbstick, that's what it is. Watch. If I use a thumbstick, I can do a Shoryuken. But without it, my thumb is hitting the thumbstick with that D-pad right there. That's the problem. I've had that with other consoles too. So remember that, you guys. You probably see that. If you look back and watch, you'll see this input is affected. So I would need to turn this thumbstick off in order to effectively use this D-pad. So that's the issue I'm having right there with the Shoryukens. I can throw a fireball, but I can't do a Shoryuken without my thumb hitting that thumbstick. So yeah, I think that kind of shows. Dreamcast on here plays great. It's just not great for fighters with this thumbstick so close to this D-pad. If they could have shifted the thumbstick in a little bit or down a little bit further, man, they probably could have too. You know, if this just would have been down a little bit further, because honestly, look at that. It's nearly impossible to not hit that thumbstick when you're trying to play a fighting game. So yeah, the only thing I could suggest is going into the menu. I'm not really going to do the whole thing right now, but you can go into controls right here, port 1 controls, and then what I could do is I can, for this game specifically, I could disable the left stick, and then it wouldn't be affected in game. But probably most Dreamcast games I play, I'd be using this stick, so I'm not going to mess with it right now, even though I could go to manage remap files right here and save it just for this game alone. I'll do that on my own time instead of while I'm trying to film this video. So that's that. You get a little bit of an idea of some of the issues that you kind of have to deal with. Plays perfectly fine. Ergonomics, the situation is a little bit weird. These are closer together than I even realized now that I'm thinking about it. The buttons and sticks are really close together. So that's a con in my part on this. I like the console, but boy, are they close together. All right, PlayStation, PSP. What do we have in PSP? Do we have our God of War? Yeah, there we do. We're going to try it. I'll spare you guys the intro, and we'll just test it out and see how it plays. Oh, listen to that. That sounds like there's, well, maybe shaders compiling. I don't know. It still sounds pretty bad. Probably no frame skip. So the right click did something. I can't read what that says. Let's see, left stick. All right, so pushing in the left stick brings us to the menu. We're gonna go into settings, and then we're gonna go to graphics. We're going to put frame skipping on. We need it. And then I'm just going to put it to auto. And I think that should be all we need to do. So let's just continue. Listen to that. All right, so we're good. I'll spare you guys the intro. And I'm going not mortal this time. I'm going hero. So we'll have to see. All right, here we go. Shores of Attica. As always. Auto frame skip set at 1. I still hear the choppiness. Wow, am I gonna have to put it at 2? That sounds pretty bad still. So the RK3566 chip, it might run better with, I don't know, maybe ArcOS, or if this is jealous, I'm not sure. But that's sounding really bad. That's unplayable in my opinion. I wouldn't be able to tolerate that. So before I do anything else, let's go back in here and let's just see if we put it at a frame skip 2, if it's gonna make a difference. Some people is just not, that won't even be an option, you know. But let's just give it a shot. Frame skipping 2. Let's just see. I'm not sure if because I left it on auto frame skip, if putting it on 2 actually makes a difference or not, but I'm not seeing any difference in sound quality, or, you know, it seems like it's really choppy. One more thing I'll attempt doing is taking it off of auto frame skip and keeping it on 2 like that and just see what happens. Alright, my friends, so this is just my opinion. For those of you who know how to tweak PSP better, you can get games to play on here, and there's going to be plenty of PSP games that play fine on here, but God of War is those ones you usually go to kind of test the system and see how well it plays. And oftentimes I'm you know, I'm like, wow, it plays well, but this is one of those times where I'm not really happy with the way it plays. But at least we have full graphics and we're not missing the sky or any of those weird glitches like we've seen before when it did play decently. So yeah, I think you might have to mess with the frame skip on here if that's something you're willing to do, and then it'd be worth playing. Other than that, you know, this isn't a PSP console anyway. I mean, this console is not great for 16:9 stuff. It's so hard for me to see what I'm looking at from this distance with that small screen. It's zoomed in on camera, so you really don't get the impression that I get from it. But I think we're good here, guys. I think we'll try something else on PSP just to see that. Wow, look at that. Interesting. Out of nowhere, as I'm speaking, this happened. So I don't know what that is. That just shows you that something is going on with PPSSPP and this system, and it is struggling. Looks like something is loading there. Calculate CRC. I'm going to leave this in the video because I'm very curious if somebody out there can tell me what is this and what's going on with it. I'm going to let that bar finish loading right there, and then we're just going to see what happens. Game crashed. That's all there is to it. Okay, so we're just going to go out. Exit. Okay, so the game crashed. Let's not play God of War on here. Let's see if they have Pac-Man Championship Edition, because it's just, you know, they have Street Fighter and stuff like that. They have only the big games. They have like Assassin's Creed on here. Yeah, I might try some stuff a little bit later on there. You know what? Let's try Grand Theft Vice City Stories and see if Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories and see if it does the same thing. You know, I figure might as well just show you guys the intro. It's part of the game. Just a little bit of it as it starts up, and then I'll skip through and we'll just get to the point where the dude is running. See if it glitches out or not. Can we skip this? Yeah, they don't ever let you skip this. Can you fast forward? No, not that I know of. Alright, so I'll skip the rest of this for you guys. You know, I want to actually change the settings back to what they were before. So real quick, we're going to go back into settings and I'm going to show you that we're going to switch everything back to the way it was when it shipped to you, which was frame skipping was off and auto frame skip was unchecked. We're going to leave it like that for now and we'll see how it works. I'm probably going to have to put it on, but we'll see. So let's just start, and then I'll spare you most of the intro. So far, it still sounds and looks just as good. All right, here we go. We're getting some little bit of glitchiness. That happens quite often, usually with the 3326 chip. Should it happen with the RK3566 chip? I'm not sure. But that was just one little glitch right there, so that's not too bad on the intro. Oh, a little bit more. Let's just skip through this. Just try to get going on this thing.
Big Bad's reporting for duty, sir. Relax.
Sounds pretty clear. Let's just skip past this.
Are you well?
All right, let's just play just for a couple minutes.
Listen, if plans change, I'll let you know.
All right, here we go. No frame skip, nothing like that. Let's just see how well it runs. Okay, so we get on the bike. Trying to, that music too, the copyrighted music, man, always some copyrighted music going. It sounds like it's playing okay, but it does, yeah, no, it sounds like it's playing all right. And bear with me for rambling right now. I don't think I'm allowed to play music like this on the channel. I'm not really sure. I'm still a new YouTuber. So, but Grand Theft Auto is playing fine, which tells me that, again, that God of War ROM might be a bad ROM, because it should run on this chipset. It really should. It's run on the R46, so yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. As you can see here, Grand Theft Auto is playing fine. I'd say it's close enough to full speed for him to go headfirst into the wall, but it's a little choppy right now that he's off, when that car went by. And when I press up, he walks really slow, like it's not calibrated right. You see that? Look at that. He's going really slow. He goes quicker to the left, but yeah, that's a little strange. Let's see if we can calibrate the thumbstick in here. That's another thing. So PSP is another one on here I am not too sure about. All the games that I like to play on a square screen probably work perfectly fine, but this is kind of not looking too good with the thumbstick. Maybe I can calibrate it. Let's see. Calibrate analog stick. So again, it looks, oh, look at that bottom right. Oh, it's all right. But the top, it seems to be reaching. No, look at that top right corner. I can't walk to the top right. You see that? That's unfortunate. The top left either. I mean the bottom left. Bottom right. Yeah, sorry guys. So the top right and the bottom right. You saw how he was walking slow. Even forcing it, I can't get it to reach the corner. Let's try putting on circular stick input and see if that helps. Yeah, that seems to help. All right, so now let's try going back into the game and seeing if we can walk at a decent speed. Oftentimes you do have to do that. You have to check a circular stick input. So, nah, he's still super slow. So yeah, we have a problem with this left thumbstick, at least for PSP. That's unfortunate. I wonder if it's going to have any effect in N64 too. It didn't seem to, but yeah, I don't know. Left and right seem to work fine. It's going up, down, and even down right, yeah, seems all right, but upright is just a joke. All right, it is what it is. I'm disappointed to say that I won't be using this thumbstick on this device, but the D-pad feels all right. So, you guys, it is what it is. Ports, they're all going to be D-pad related stuff for me, mostly. It says update. I'm not going to mess with that right now. Tools, that's where we have everything. Like Start PSP right there. RetroArch 64-bit and 32-bit. Test Gamepad. Let's see what happens with that. So left stick right here. Take a look at that. I'm going to press up. It's only going to 76. To the right, it goes to 90, basically almost to 100, 97, just like it was showing in game. Same with the left, 99. Down, 88, up or 95. All right, up again. I'm forcing it, and it's only going to 78. So when I go to the upright, 50 to 57. That's terrible. Same down right, 70, or it's basically 50 and 60. So yeah, this stick needs to be replaced. That's something that's not too hard to do. Hopefully it's not in the software and it's just this stick alone. I can deal with that. But let's check the other stick. Same thing. It must be the software. Look at that, you guys. That's kind of unfortunate. So I'm not recommending this thing. As much as I love the guy that hooked me up with it, he's my friend, I just can't recommend this. For anybody that wants to use the sticks on this thing, it's just a no-go. Maybe it's just this specific model. I'll let you know if I get another one and it works better. But it is what it is. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Game Boy, Game Boy Color, anything that uses the D-pad, fine. Game Boy Advance, okay. But, man, yeah, let's just check something in Game Boy Advance. Oh, what? I'm in DS. All right, let's try. I moved over to DS. All right, back to Mario Kart. Let's use Mario Kart again. Mario. And just see how Nintendo DS looks on here. So we have a top and bottom, and I think that's pretty good with the square screen. It actually works pretty good for DS. We don't need this thumbstick for DS, so DS can be a viable option on this console. I'm really disappointed in those sticks. Yeah, it's definitely jealous. Oh, I don't know what I did there. You know what? What did I... There we go. Here we go. Alright, so we're definitely using D-pad, even though I probably could use thumbstick. I don't want to use that thumbstick ever again. But I'm actually very curious as to replace these with other thumbsticks, if they'd work better. I don't know. I have a feeling it's something to do with the software. Which, you know what? ArcOS might be the answer. I bet you it's going to be the answer. We'll find out. Hopefully I can come up with a follow-up video, put ArcOS on this thing, and see if those thumbsticks work better. Whoops, I don't want to do that. I wanted to drop it behind me. I always turn too early here. So yeah, we're good with, I'm sorry, Nintendo DS is good on this console. So if we have our expectations in check, but you know, we should expect the thumbsticks to work. That's just something that shouldn't be an issue. So it's kind of unfortunate. I really hope it's just a glitch on my console and not everybody's, but I'm a little bit worried that that's going to be a common problem. Well, I'm sure we'll be finding out real soon, if we haven't already, because guys, I've kind of gotten to the point where I don't watch YouTube videos anymore until after I look at a console. It's just, they just kind of, you know, I want to go into it with a free mind and just my own opinions, and then afterwards I'll watch some videos and find out how to improve a console. But yeah, for now, at this point, I go in blind into these videos, guys. So just we'll just take it for what it is. If you guys know the things I'm already telling you, that's cool. It's all new to me. I really hope it's just this console and it's not every single R46S. But I have a strong feeling ArcOS is going to fix that problem. I'm just going on something I read that ArcOS can be ran on this R46S, so I hope I'm not mistaken about that. I have to do some research. Alright, so there we are, switching between screens, just like we always would with the R36S, L2 and R2. Uh-oh, look at that. What did I do? Jeez. You gotta be kidding me. You guys, I'm leaving this in the video, okay? All I did was switch between the screens, and there's nothing I can do to get out of here now. Reset button. Jeez. Sorry for that. Tile system. It seems like I basically shut it off by pressing reset. So, but the light is on still. So, I don't know. Try it again. I heard like a high-pitched noise. The light is still on, right? Yeah. Alright, so I think I'm going to try holding down the power button, troubleshooting. I really hope that these issues are solvable. I'm sure they are. Once the developing community gets a hold of this thing, they'll be able to make this thing work as best as possible. I wish they could move these sticks down a little bit further, but it is what it is. Another handheld gaming console coming out of China. Don't be mad. Just don't buy it if you don't like it. Everybody's getting so mad these days with these consoles that are coming out. Like, don't buy this. We don't need another one of those. Whatever. I'm having fun with them. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Should we try a little Crash? Not Team Racing. Let's just try Crash 2 and see how it works. We're having problems with a lot of these systems, so we're just going to see what works and what doesn't. All right, here we go. Yeah, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I blew my chances to get all my peaches. But yeah, there's some real funky problems going with some of those other consoles, but I think they're going to be fixable. The lower end systems like PlayStation and stuff below that are going to run perfectly fine. But I don't know if that was a D-pad problem right there or if that was a me problem. Probably a me problem. It seems like when I press up on the D-pad, I'm getting some, he's running right and left a little bit. Yeah, there's definitely some false inputs. Guys, just be cautious. If you're very sensitive to false inputs, they exist. I think this is one of those games that's actually pretty good to test to see if you get them. Like right there, I'm trying to run straight and he's running to the left or the right. And right here, you really need to be careful. So yeah, all right. Not the best D-pad on earth. I'm turning to the left each time I try to run straight. Like that. Really good example. Yep. Not a fan. Maybe we can fix that with the tape. Do the tape fix. Alright. So this is a game I don't think I'd play on here either, because it's just too hard to control them. Like, you're going to run into all those... you're going to fall off all those areas where, like right there ahead of me. Let's see. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Whoa, see, I almost went into the pit right there. I'm not exaggerating. It seems to tend to want to go to the left. All right, so we'll 2D section here. Let's see how we do on the 2D section. I think this is a 2D game handheld right here, my friends. And even then, I think we're going to have a problem on games like Tetris. If you're going to be getting those hard drops when you don't want them. Alright, we're good. Let's get out of there. So PlayStation. Again, we haven't had a perfect scenario yet, have we? I'm not sure. I think maybe Game Boy Color, but yeah. So we don't need to test a bunch of stuff. We tested PSP. Maybe later we'll get some ports going on here. Hopefully I can get ArcOS going on here. Those of you in the comments, I'd appreciate any suggestions or recommendations from me or my viewers. So for now, this is what we have. The R46S or RK3566 chip. And we came with this console and that funny yellow one. And I told you I was going to show you another one, which was the R40S. And actually, I feel like this console outshines this one in the way it performs. I might be wrong. The D-pad is horrible on this one too. But I think the sticks are better. So we'll have to see. This is also a 3566 chip. So there we are. We'll check this out in another video, maybe. But these two consoles right here, basically coming from the same manufacturers. And look at the difference in the space between the D-pad and the this one has it on the bottom, which it'd be better on the top, obviously. But they spaced them out a little bit better. At least it looks like it to me. Maybe they're a little bit more spaced out. But there's a problem. They don't even work very well. So they're in the way. They don't work very well. And the D-pad has really bad false inputs. So that's what we have here today, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Do me a favor, leave a like, even if you didn't like this console, or if you do. And we'll see you guys on the next one. All right? Peace.